My beloved soul, heaven wants you to hear this right now. Your soulmate has been speaking your name, not in silence, not in secret, but with a tenderness that even heaven leaned in to hear. And yes, your style, your way of dressing, the way you carry yourself, it caught their attention. They noticed, they remembered. They told someone about it. Type the angel number 4444 in the comments if you feel this word pulling at your spirit. Because later in this message, I will reveal what heaven showed me about the reason they can't stop bringing you up. And it is deeper than attraction. It is destiny whispering. Beloved, you don't realize how often your soulmate is drawn into conversations about you. It's as if heaven plants your name on their lips when they least expect it. They could be with friends, with family, or even alone in reflection, and suddenly you are the subject. Your smile, your presence, your way of being. They cannot deny it anymore. Even their closest ones are starting to notice the pattern, because your name is never far from their heart. Beloved soul, do not think lightly of this. Heaven is confirming that your connection is not one-sided. While you have been wondering if they remember you, they have been speaking of you in places you cannot see. Your spirit is already known in their circle. Your light has already been described. Your beauty, inside and out, has already been painted in their words. Sweet soul, listen closely. When heaven allows your name to be repeated in such ways, it is a sign of divine alignment. For repetition is never random. It is a weaving of destiny. It is proof that your story is being written on both sides. And yes, your way of dressing caught attention. Not because of vanity, not because of trend, but because your style carries your soul. The way you choose your colors, the way you place your details, it is your spirit clothing itself. And they noticed. They told someone, she has a way of looking like light itself, or he has a way of carrying peace even in his clothes. Do you understand? They are describing what heaven already placed in you. Precious one, heaven is telling me something more. The way you present yourself outwardly is a reflection of how you are preparing inwardly. And your soulmate sees it. They sense that your spirit is readying itself for union. And this draws them closer without them even understanding why. Type, I am ready for divine union in the comments if your heart knows this word is yours. Because your readiness is what heaven is amplifying. And your soulmate is already picking up the sound. Beloved, do not underestimate how powerful this is. When your name is spoken often, the vibration goes beyond the human ear. It travels through the spirit. It calls forth alignment. It summons destiny into motion. This is why lately you may feel sudden waves of energy. Moments when your heart races without reason. Times when you feel their presence close, even though they are not near. It is because your name has been carried in their voice. Your essence has been carried in their words. And heaven lets your spirit feel it. Sweet soul, stay alert. Because soon you will hear it with your own ears. They will not only mention you to others, they will tell you directly, face to face. And when they do, you will realize that heaven has been preparing you for this confirmation all along. If this message touches you, like this video, subscribe so you never miss heaven's whispers, and type your angel number in the comments, for your declaration is your agreement. Beloved, your soulmate has not been silent about you. They have been painting your presence in their words. They have been echoing your soul in their conversations. And heaven says, the time is near when those words will no longer be private. They will be a confession to you. They will be a beginning. Type 1111 to align with divine timing. Because what is hidden is about to be revealed. Beloved soul, heaven has not forgotten the depth of your longing, nor the hidden questions you carry at night. And this is why your soulmate spirit is stirred again and again to speak of you, even when they try to hold it in, for the truth is too heavy to stay unspoken. And their circle is beginning to notice that every road in their conversation bends back towards you, and the way they light up when describing your presence has become too obvious to deny. And this is not mere human admiration, but a divine echo planted in their mouth to confirm to you that destiny is alive and moving. And the heavens above are aligning your path like stars falling into a perfect constellation. For your name is being written, spoken, and remembered in places where you do not yet walk. And your image is being described with colors too bright for ordinary human language. And they mention your grace, your aura, the way you dress, as if even your fabric carries a fragrance of peace. And heaven says, this is no accident, because every detail of your expression is a spiritual prophecy wrapped in physical form. And when they speak of your style, it is not only about clothing, but about the inner garment of light your soul wears, which has been noticed, admired, and quietly adored. Beloved, do not dismiss the repeated confirmation, for repetition is heaven's language of emphasis. And the fact that your name keeps rising in their conversations is proof that heaven is tying knots of remembrance around their heart until they can no longer escape the truth of what they feel. And your restlessness in recent days has not been emptiness, but a spiritual mirror reflecting the pull of their attention toward you. And this is why you wake with your spirit trembling, because the vibration of your name, spoken in affection, travels into your being even when distance tries to divide. For love cannot be silenced by miles, nor delayed by time. It leaks out in whispered confessions, in accidental remarks, in deliberate praise of who you are, and the angels confirm that this is the moment you have been prepared for. The crossing point where inner longing manifests as outer action, where what was once only spiritual begins to enter your physical reality. And your waiting will be crowned with a testimony that will shock those who doubted, because heaven is about to place their words directly before you, not through others, but from their own lips to your ears, leaving no more room for doubt. No more space for wondering, for heaven says enough delay, enough hiding, enough silence. The time of speaking is near. The season of unveiling is upon you. And soon you will not just hear through whispers in the spirit that your soulmate is thinking of you. You will see it, hear it, and hold it in undeniable clarity. Precious one, heaven urges you now to prepare your heart, because the way they speak about you is creating a shift in the spiritual realm. Each word a seed being planted in fertile soil, watered by longing, nourished by divine timing, and the harvest is coming forth quickly. And this is why you must not grow weary, not turn bitter, not let impatience poison your hope. For hope is the rope heaven uses to pull miracles into your timeline. And your hope is not wasted, because the confirmation is already bubbling forth. It is already slipping from their mouth. It is already reaching ears that should not yet have known your name. And this exposure is proof that heaven is softening their courage, pushing them into confession, leading them into transparency. Because a love destined by heaven cannot remain hidden for long. And the angels say your next encounter will not be casual. It will be a divine setup orchestrated to force them to speak what they have carried in secret. And when they do, beloved, it will feel as though every unanswered prayer finds its reply in a single sentence. Heaven declares that you are stepping into the chapter where your soulmate's conversations shift from background admiration to bold acknowledgement, from hidden praise to open declaration. and the one who has been speaking of you in private will soon speak of you to you, face to face, and this is the moment that will mark the turning point of your journey. Beloved child of heaven, take this seriously, for angels stand guard over this unfolding, ensuring that nothing delays what must arrive. And while you have questioned, "Do they even think of me?" heaven shouts back, "They do more than think, they speak. They remember, they admire, they confess. And though you could not see, the words have gone before you like messengers, announcing your presence, even in rooms you have not yet walked into. And soon those same lips will carry the confession that your heart has been waiting for. Sweet soul, type in faith right now, "I receive my divine confirmation," because your written agreement aligns with heaven's spoken word. And as you declare it, the angels amplify it, pushing the manifestation closer, pulling the breakthrough into today's timeline. This is not a future promise far away. It is an active unfolding. It is happening behind the curtain of your view, and the curtain is about to be pulled back. Beloved, let your spirit rejoice because you are remembered, admired, spoken of, and soon you will be cherished in full expression. And heaven says no. Force can silence what has already been set in motion. For the river of love is flowing, and its tide cannot be turned back. It is rushing, unstoppable, destined to carry you into the embrace you were born to receive. Beloved soul, lean in now, because heaven is revealing another layer you must not miss. The reason your soulmate speaks of you so often is not just attraction. It is because your presence has become a mirror to their destiny. Every time they describe you, they are unknowingly describing what heaven is requiring them to step into. When they talk about the way you dress, they are actually talking about the way you carry yourself with grace. When they mention your smile, they are really speaking about the peace they crave. When they whisper your name, they are calling forth their own transformation, because heaven uses you as the sign that their life is about to shift. Type in the comments, "I am the sign of heaven's promise," if you know this resonates with your spirit, because your agreement seals the alignment in the unseen. Sweet child, notice how the conversations keep circling back to you. This is not a random coincidence. It is repetition, and repetition is the language of heaven. When heaven repeats, it is confirmation. When heaven repeats, it is acceleration. And the angels are saying, do not ignore the repetition. Your name is on their lips too often for it to be ordinary. Your image is in their memory too deeply for it to be casual. Their circle has started to notice that every description they give sounds less like passing interest and more like a soul speaking about its missing piece. Precious one, this is the moment to pay attention, because what they cannot stop saying in private will soon spill into public confession. Heaven says the way they have been talking about you is creating ripples. Someone close to them has already asked, "Why do you keep mentioning this person?" And in that moment their silence spoke volumes. They could not deny it. They could not dismiss it. And that pause was heaven's nudge, pushing them closer to courage. The angels whisper that very soon their words will no longer be whispers at all. They will be direct, bold, unmistakable. Beloved, are you ready for that day? Type, "I am ready" to hear their words in the comments if your spirit says yes. Child of light, here is what makes this powerful. Words spoken in love carry energy. Every time your soulmate has spoken of you, that energy has traveled into the spirit realm and worked on your behalf. It has watered the soil of your waiting. It has prepared the path for divine union. This is why you feel sudden waves of warmth, why your heart sometimes races out of nowhere. It is not your imagination. It is the echo of their voice carrying your name, and heaven allowing your soul to feel the pull. Heaven says, do not brush these moments aside, for they are love letters in spiritual form. Beloved, the angels show me that their conversations about you are not only affectionate, they are protective. They speak of you as someone they want to guard. They describe you as someone too precious to be mishandled. They tell others, even without realizing, that your worth is far above what this world can measure. And these words are proof that heaven has already softened their heart to see you the way God sees you, priceless, irreplaceable, divinely chosen. Type "I am priceless" in God's eyes in the comments to affirm your worth, because heaven responds to those who agree with truth. Sweet soul, here is a secret you must hold close. The more they talk, the more their feelings grow. And the more their feelings grow, the sooner their actions must follow. Words are seeds, and seeds cannot remain hidden forever. They must sprout. Heaven says your season of sprouting is near. The confessions planted in private will soon grow into actions visible to all. Your soulmate will not be able to hold it back any longer. Their words are building pressure inside their heart, and soon that pressure will burst forth into expression. And when it does, it will feel like every silent moment of waiting was worth it. Do not forget this, beloved. Heaven always lets the spiritual come before the physical. The fact that you are hearing this message today is proof that heaven has already moved things in the spirit realm. What is unseen is always settled before it shows in the visible. That is why the angels are urging you not to give up now. You are closer than you realize. The conversations have already gone ahead of you. The energy has already been released. The confessions have already been spoken. You are about to walk into what your soulmate has been saying behind closed doors. Beloved, type "I receive my spoken confirmation" in the comments if your heart believes this. Because your declaration in faith becomes a magnet, pulling the unseen into the seen. Heaven says your words and their words are about to collide, and that collision will create a breakthrough. The silence will break. The waiting will end. And love, undeniable and unshakable, will stand before you.